Musical-wise, I'm not really with emotion. I don't like talk it out. I'm not good at expressing it a lot of the time. I just sort of keep it inside, and so I feel like that'd be okay for me.
Is it one musical that's a shared experience, or is everyone having separate musicals in different rooms?
I was just thinking that, like, you're a kid and your parents are trying to sneak off so they can have sex, and you just hear from beyond the door, I'm banging you, I'm banging you. Like, is it just
We just had sex.
Or you go, like, so you see your neighbor outside, and he's like, by the way, Tim, I'm fucking your wife. You get a robber in your house. I'm sneaking in here, stealing shit. Not gonna get caught this. Robbing your shit. Robbing your shit.
People still have secrets in the land of musicals.
I'm robbing your shit. I'm robbing your shit. I ain't gonna get caught this time.
They just keep it cool, you know.
Not because it's all one coherent movie, but this is the, like, what if everyone is their own main character, right?
In my head, I'm filling this in. It would have to work in some sort of way where, like, you know how life feels sometimes like there's like scenes. Like you're in one place and there's a set group of people in this place. Even if it's like hundreds or thousands of people, if you're like at a concert or somewhere, there's like a set group of people in a set location. And then, like, you walk through the parking lot, and then you're in the car, and that's like another scene. I feel like it would have to be. Oh, I almost just died.
Uh-oh.
On my own tongue. I feel like it would have to be like that, where it's like each new scene you travel to is a musical. And in between, it's like when they put the curtain down on the stage and they roll the pieces of the set around and they put the new stuff out, and then the curtain comes back up, and that's a new scene in the musical. It would have to be something like that.
Does everyone have to stop their life to do that? You know, in some that's like you're in the road and buses just like completely careen off to the side, and everyone has to dance and like, oh yeah, I forgot this part was happening today. Honk honk.
Yeah, that could be a part of it. That would definitely be a negative to it. That makes sense.
Would there be a social stigma against ruining other people's big moments?
Yeah, like the serious moment, like in the hospital, the doctor walks in, he's like, I get off in 10 minutes and I really don't care. I'm so sorry about all your despair, but I get off real soon.
And the nurse looks at him and is like, tell you two when we meet in the break room. Because it means two things. Because get off is a sex thing, too.
Funny.
No, yeah, I mean, that absolutely would have to be part of it. You gotta have villains. In a musical, you gotta have obvious villains.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta have obvious antagonists.
And then there's like cliques, you know, there's a normal musical people, and then people focus on the operatic, like group over there,
You have that one friend who's always really dramatic, whose whole life is an opera.
Yeah. So what do we think of which one was better or worse? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just going to assign some amount of points here for this, and we'll move on.
I just want to live in musical land.
I fucking don't.
So this is like suspense thriller. Well, granted, it would also be really stressful not to be able to trust anyone. Like, I know someone close to me is the trick. I know it. I found the one last week, which means there's got to be a new one now.
You have to kill everyone you know, and they can't betray you.
They're already dead. Whole time. ND chess.
Would that just make you the one who betrays everyone?
Exactly. I never would have suspected me.
Me the whole time.
This episode of Distractable is brought to you by. Have you ever heard of an app? It's an amazing new invention you can get right in the palm of your hand that allows you to get the McDelivery that you want through. That means I don't even have to leave the house.
I don't know if we've talked about it much, but you know, I have a baby now.
A McBaby?
A McBaby. And you know what you need when you have a McBaby, and the McBaby doesn't McSleep, so you're Mc up all night.
A McCrib?
The McBaby throws a McTantrum whenever we put it in the McCrib. Trust me. So when you're up all night and it rolls around like 5, 6 in the morning, you feel like you want to pass out, you're upset, McStressed, McTired. You need a McBreakfast. That's what really does.
Something's in the way.
It's a McApp. McDonald's McApp out on my McPhone. I order a McBreakfast. I eat a McMuffin. I guess it doesn't mean extra one, does it?
You know, I don't know. I don't like it, but my brain understands everything that you're saying. I don't know how.
It's a McMiracle.
You can even customize your orders on the app. Whatever you want. I can order my sausage with egg McMuffins with no buns. Really confused
look at your order and they're like, Nick, what?
There's always a reason to order from the app, even if it's just a surprise of people making it at 3 a.m.
Or because you are up.
Or other things that are happening in your life. I'm sure are equally as cool and important as having a baby.
I mean, I can't imagine there would be anything other than that. Either way, download the McDonald's app today at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required. Delivery prices may be higher than at restaurants. Delivery other fees may apply.
We're spending a little bit more time on these than I expected, which is good. It also means we're going to cut out some of these topics. I guess we're going to stick with some of the sillier ones. I had some serious ones in here too, but I kind of like the silly vibe we got going, so I'm going to keep rolling with those.
He likes the silly vibe. He's just a silly, goofy mood, this guy.
It's a good, silly vibe.
Hey, he's just in on the right vibe, dude. I'm not judging.
Yeah. Alright.
I'm not gonna harsh it.
I'm not hurt.
What would you do if you had to live in a world where clowns had taken over everything? This is Tyler's.
Kill myself.
We're in like a clown dictatorship where everything is run by clowns.
Am I a clown?
Not necessarily.
Just like Fahrenheit 451 type dystopia where
Never read
we
it.
have to play along and be clowns to fit in with society, or else we get re-educated.
Yeah, do I become a clown?
I would ask to be
Would they want
executed.
everyone to be clowns, or would they want people to not be clowns because they had an audience that would appreciate their clownness?
Is this like Hand Clown's Tale? Is this like everyone has to wear clown outfits when they wake up?
The clown made it.
Yeah, the Scarlet Clown. I don't know. What would a clown-run world look like? Would they make everyone dressed like clowns, or like I said, would they want people to
Why
not
would
be
they be
clowns
taking
if
over
they-
the world then? They gotta have some nefarious clown reasoning for it. Who knows the inside of a clown's mind? Not me.
I feel like the clowns would want to maintain their status. If you live in a clown dictatorship, then the clowns are the ruling class.
They'd probably want to be the only entertainment too, right? They don't want you laughing at something that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
clown.
Well, they wouldn't work if they're in charge. They're trying to get out of the rigmarole of their normal circus existence.
A clown is just hunting for the ultimate audience, a captive audience that has to enjoy their performance. It's a dying art. You know?
What's a clown's performance? It's not like mimery.
Well, it's you know, it's a, they do the balloon. It's like an interactive billion performance. It's dramatic,
They juggle.
guitar bit.
You want to come with this? They pour water out of the flower. They pull stars out of their ass. All kinds of stuff.
What was that last one?
I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's the Brian Regan quote in mine, where he's talking about the chief judges on TV, you know, like that TV type stuff. He said, no nonsense. Judge comes off screen and he's like, I'm a nonsense judge. With like a silly hat and stuff, and like that vibe, right? Everything would have to be kind of silly. Clownly.
Yeah. I just gotta know how many clowns? How many clowns? Because we early on in our podcast history know about the dangers of parachuting clowns.
That's how they took over.
Okay.
One day planes just flew overhead and the clowns came down. They took over and now we're living in the clown world. That was the inspiration for this idea.
This would have to be like hundreds of millions of clowns, right?
Yeah, so what, like 6 clown cars?
Are they clown traders? Clowns who believe in their cause?
We're laughing, please. Well, yeah, I mean, can you become, during the clown uprising, can you become a clown? Can you join their ranks? Become like a lesser, like a non-official, but like a second-class clown?
Maybe they'll recruit. There'll be some like clown boot camp where like the strong make it and the weak are, I don't know, discarded or thrown to the lower tiers of society.
I feel like this is also gonna have forced clowning like involved here. People are gonna be made into clowns. Like that's just gotta
Clowning.
Well, that's how you get through the checkpoint. You get stopped at the checkpoint, and they make you do it. They make each person in the car do a clown gag.
Yeah.
You slam on the horn, but nothing happens, so you squeeze your nose, and they hear the honking, and they let you through.
The spraying lapel flower, the twirly feather on the hat gag, the silly flower type, you know, out of the sleeve. That was kind of magic. Magic probably not good.
Do they kill you? If you don't, do they kill you?
They shoot you, but the gun just hits out the flag that says bang on it.
Unless there's like the horror movie version of clowns or like the enforcers.
They send you down. I've never seen that movie, by the way, so I hope that reference was
No,
accurate.
that was perfect. It was right on the money.
Okay, good.
Hey, Georgie. You like a balloon?
I think Wade referencing Pennywise is the most I know about that entire IP.
Yeah, he offers balloons, and that's pretty much it.
Now, if it was an invasion force of nothing but Pennywise, then I think things are a little bit more precarious.
It could be. It's hard to say. It's not happened yet. We don't know which version of clown we're getting. It could be all of them. It could be a mixture, like I said.
Maybe they've already taken over already. maybe the clouds are already in the government.
All the life's a stage.
Are you dying because of clowns, or are you laughing at clowns?
Got too close to the truth. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Being expunged.
You're gonna get a stern letter from the clown ruling classroom. But be careful when you open the letter.
Acid.
Oh,
Your acid helped me on the spot.
a clown shows up outside your bedroom window. You sleep on the second story for this joke. Starts juggling bowling pins, and one of them shoots a little dart out of it right into the side of your neck through the open window as they're juggling. Then they unicycle away.
you open the letter and it reads, "This letter will self-destruct you in 10 seconds." Like, wait, self-destruct me? Is that a type? And then you explode and the letter's gone. Funny, 2 points to me. Alright.
I was processing. I was thinking about if that made sense or not. I didn't get there.
Picture it in my head. Great, I'm glad. It's something that we feel better. Great. Clown World. It might be good. It probably will be awful. Tyler, I'm so sorry. You wouldn't make it. Would Tyler be the first to go?
I would want to live in that just to see what the pilot would do. You would go mad and murder every clown in existence, and it wouldn't be a problem. It's the end result, I predict.
Tyler would be the Rambo of like clowns. I don't know. Is Rambo the right term? Is he? I don't. I've never watched Rambo.
What do you think
Are you
Rambo
fucking
is?
kidding me,
What
White?
do you think Rambo is?
Just a really powerful soldier who goes into places that like bad things are happening, like overthrows the whole government and army by himself to bring justice and order.
Yeah, you had it perfectly. Why were you doubting yourself?
Because I've never seen it. I just assumed that like the 80s action movie trope was kind of like that.
It is the 80s action movie trope.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Tyler would be the Rambo of the clown world.
I was just wondering what your fear of like being wrong in this case was. What could Rambo possibly have done? Anyway, continue.
Isn't Rambo that elephant that can fly because he's got big ears?
That's Dumbo, you idiot.
So that's Crumbo.
Crumbo!
What's Crumbo?
You don't want to know. I actually don't know. Is Crumbo something? I feel like
Crumbo is a clown who runs the penal system, actually.
Stay out of sight.
His name's Crumbo because that's what...
I think Crumbo's a person. This is not meant to reference Woody Crumbo for the record. That was just a coincidence.
Sorry, Woody, you should have remembered that you exist.
Woody Crumbo.
I don't know, but you certainly topple over. Oh, you're right, the clowns are here. Not real
Wait, do you
laugh,
live in
Wade.
a-
Don't patronize that. That was awful. Oh, God. I'm making Wade laugh more than Mark. I've turned down another path here.
Woody Crumbo. No, but even Crumbo. What would you do? I'm gonna read this one. I'm going to offended. What would you do if you were invited to join an actual
You were invited?
specifically insulting distractible.
Alright.
So Mark, you might already be exempt. Maybe you're already on a good one. Well, Bob and I are only here.
There's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack here, but I'll abstain for now.
I don't know why you were more offended when I said I wasn't insulting, no. But
Those two syllables are surprisingly weighted.
I'm not insulted at all.
because I was like,
No, we're at a good podcast, definitely. But what would define a good podcast? That's the question.
I was invited to be a new co-host on The Dollop, which I would say is a widely accepted podcast. I would love it. Funny as shit.
you would leave distractible immediately.
Have to leave.
I have to leave. Is that part of it? Good am I at lying?
I don't know. You're you.
I just lie about it. And I would do a voice while I was co-hosting The Dollop.
Oh, I'm here in the Dollop. I'm definitely not Bob.
Yes, I would be Guru Harold on The Dollop.
What are the voices you got?
I was thinking I'd be Two Toes Johnny.
Oh, yeah, the Dollop. I don't know what the Dollop is, but it's definitely missing Two Toes Johnny.
Oh,
very
it's a
great.
podcast. Very fun.
Very fun.
I don't listen to podcasts. I think they're kind of awful.
Oh.
Podcasts suck. I'm just lying. I don't listen. Dead medium. Out the door.
I mean, I'm assuming this is a scenario with the really done into the triple. We've done, we're getting older like 10 times already. I'm riding it down to the bottom. I'm going down.
Yeah, so basically give us 6 more months.
Today is it! Today is it!
God, the cons are back.
We could pull Nunes on us on this episode. You stand there screaming and that honking in the distance as it slowly comes in, like,
Oh no! Ethan! The clowns are here! Oh!
We always planned on ending Distractable on exactly this many episodes.
Such an iconic ending formula.
I mean, it really is. I think half of all the videos in us ended in that exact fashion.
I mean, it really was perfect with the echoing voices and the whatever sound effects for whatever thing was happening, and then just fade into TikTok. Iconic.
Unis, Eurus, and 7 months, or however long it's been for us.
then more than that.
Yeah, it's almost good. It's almost going to be 2 years. Not too far from now.
I guess it's 4 months or 4-ish months.
Is it really almost? He might be.
We launched May 17th of 2021. I think.
He's pretty close. He's pretty close. I think it's like 9. We're pretty close.
8 would be a year and 8. Flip them up. I don't know. All right, so we'd all leave Distractable immediately. So I'm getting that. Cool.
I didn't.
Yep, Mark hates us. He
Mark
would be
would
out.
abandon us at the drop of a hat.
Well, I'm glad we all agree.
Die before you ride. Excellent answer. Excellent answer. Is it?
I would ride or die.
Distractable?
Yeah.
Fool. Minus at least 100.
All right, at least 100. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna mark that on the official sheet with all the other scorekeeping. Okay, we all here have significant others. Mark and Amy, Bob and Mandy, Wade and Molly. So what would you do if every time you touch the person you love, hold hands, kiss, snuggle up, hug, whatever, you had to smell the worst BO for at least like a couple of minutes, just pure BO?
I already do.
Would you deal? Whoa! Where's my buzzer sound? There we go. Got it.
Oh, no, that's the appropriate buzzer for that.
I don't know why it's so long. I pressed it one time and I'm honking.
What do you mean? One of your buzzers is like
Which one was that? What are you hearing?
Yeah, no, we both just have normal sounding buzzers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you have the full musical buzzer.
Yeah, that was his buzzer the whole time.
Oh, no,
I
you
had
pressed
this.
another one
I
earlier.
had this. You okay, man?
Yes. Mark's is kind of like Morse code. Maybe you're just imagining that.
Yeah, just answer the question.
I don't remember what the question was.
The question was... Wait, that sounds like that buzzer I was referencing.
No, that's not it.
Oh.
I made a joke implying that I stink and that I hug Mandy all the time.
Oh, I thought you were implying that Mandy just had a horrible PO at all times. I thought you were just putting yourself in the doghouse for life.
Someone could infer that from the way it was phrased, but that's
Yes.
not what I meant.
All right, I'm going to add 1 doghouse to your points. Plus 1 doghouse.
Feels like it's worth a lot.
Probably is.
Are we going like pawn shop value or like antique auction value?
Well, it's for the Distractable podcast, so it's probably definitely pawn shop quality.
Well, that's less.
How would you handle that horrible smell? Would you just deal with it, or would you like try to plan out your handholds accordingly?
You know what? Are we waiting in line, or I have an answer. I realized something important about this, and I think I know the answer.
I don't remember who's going first. You know what? Go for it.
My answer is we already talked about that. Wade's repeating a topic we've covered on this show.
Minus at least 100 points.
We talked about, I believe, during the body odor episode, or possibly one of the other very early ones, a contraption through which parts could be captured and fed through a tube directly to a mask on another person's face. I believe it was really talking about Mandy wearing a part capture device that connected to my face, thereby training me to associate that smell with the face. And reasoning my brain to enjoy the smell of parts associated with it. That we already decided, and that applies to this scenario.
Not BO.
You could my brain what's the word I'm trying to say? Neuroelasticity? Is that a word?
Neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity. Look, a Barbie doll in there. It's all plastic. And I could retrain my brain to associate any smell with good things and thereby like
All right, it's not a smell. You feel a strong, uncomfortable electric shock.
He's so...
Shut the fuck up, Wade. Now you're just changing the rules.
That's a good change. There go odds.
I feel like you could still.
Can't change the rules mid-through way to rules that you've already placed
I could live.
without a fucking vote.
Both not masochists, right?
So how... Okay, you're just going to increase the number of pain that it's going to be for each...
The number, yeah.
What about the
What
amount
about
with berries?
Like 8 pain.
Yeah, gloves with condoms. What about condoms?
All pain.
What? Condoms are all pain?
So it's not whether it's skin-to-skin contact, it's whether the emotional decision to make contact is happening, whether or not there's a condom or something in between you.
Yeah, so if you guys are touching each other, even with some layer of thing in between, not just so like, I don't know what the thickness would be, right? But like, if you were touching a wall, it wouldn't have a thing. If you were touching each other through some kind of like fabric, or plastic, or something that you can move around and still have some feeling through, or would have the same sensation, it would cause that feeling.
You could have sex on the opposite sides of a wall, so you wouldn't have to deal with the pain or body odor or whatever punishment. But you could do it together still, even though you wouldn't be touching each other or anything. Glory hole? Are you looking at? Well, no, that's too close. It's gotta be a thick wall. Like an interior insulated wall. I don't know why an interior wall.
Bruh, your dick wouldn't be able to fit through, wouldn't be able to reach the other side if it was a thick wall, you fuck. Unless your dick is like 12 inches long.
5 plus some amount of points, question mark, minus at least 100.
Or at least 14
Bob,
inches
you were at
long, you
minus
fucking
12 or
idiot,
something,
Bob.
Plus something more, plus points IDK.
Hey.
Current score update.
Clarifies things. We all know what we need to do here.
Sounds like one of us is coming out of this with a new place to live.
Yeah, you are starting to build a home. That's
What if in your scenario where you cannot touch against each other without punishment? So what
no, please.
I marry a new third party, and Mandy marries a new fourth party, and we touch those people, and then they either touch each other and or we swap, and so everyone's touching everyone except Mandy and I aren't touching each other, so the punishment's not happening. But there's a lot of touching, and everyone's cool, and there's no problems with having multiple people all married to each other.
But you're thinking about the other.
Yeah, it's giving you emotional gratification, even though you're not actually doing any act or anything remotely resembling touching the person you're not supposed to.
Cool. So you're cycling in new partners in order to keep that from happening. So you're keeping that new spouse smell. Okay.
It's like an interstitial spouse couple that passes along intentions without passing along things.
What if you catch feelings for said other person? Does it start to hurt?
No! You better not care about him at all, or you're gonna hurt.
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? It would start to hurt. Would it hurt less with your original significant other, though, then?
If you stop caring.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Yeah, no fucking thank you. That sounds a bit kind of like cheating to me, mate, and I ain't fucking into that shit, man.
Alright, give the points to me. I'll take one other couple inside of your relationship.
You got that new spouse smell going for you, Bob, because you're swapping out new spouses to keep feelings from coming in.
Sure.
Mark, I just gave you +1 escape vehicle points for bailing out of that thought.
Thank you.
Cool.
It was going to involve taxidermy, and it was not a good thought.
I think you could have just said taxidermy, and everyone would have understood what you meant. No questions asked.
All right, good.
I feel like I do anyway. I feel like you let us there, even while also failing on it.
Yep.
It's quite the move.
Thank you. It's a very delicate balance.
What a maneuver.
Do I get
One taxidermied SO. I added that to your point. You guys are really building up quite a case for winning here. We've never had points quite like these. Okay. Getting to the point where it's like, okay, should I wrap up now or do I try to do one more quick banger? Do I have a quick banger?
I know a quick banger.
Oh, yeah?
Guy at work named Steve, but it's not his fault, and there's a medicine for that.
what?
Alright, adding Steve to Bob.
Premature ejaculation joke. Quick banger.
Plus quick fire Steve.
I got quick fire. You want my fire?
He's got Quickfire Steve.
Oh, hell yeah.
I didn't know Quickfire Steve was in town.
This comes down to a duel. No one draws faster than Steve. At least that's what his wife tells me. I got Mark's real left. I did it, guys.
I mean,
That makes me not feel good.
brings joy in my soul. I don't know what you're doing.
It fills my lungs with less oxygen than they want.
That's weird.
Any final points you guys want to add to any of these topics before I give out the final score?
Bob, I challenge you to a duel of your shit powers versus my piss powers.
Okay.
Alright?
Question, point clarification. Imagine if I'm this supreme superhero type person, that I have the ability to choose what state of matter the truth is, evacuating it. So, liquid, solid, semi-solid. Is that still frozen, or are you pretty much limited to liquid, and I guess if you wanted to, steam, theoretically?
This is your guys'.
Oh, yeah, no, I was asking Mark. I just wanted
I'll
to settle
give you
the term.
steam and control over the solidity if I can also shoot kidney stones at will.
Oh, yeah.
Same amount of
Yep,
but
yep.
at whatever velocity.
Any number you want, machine gun it.
Yeah, but it would,
Feel the tank, fully automatic machine guns, a mountain of kidney stones blasting out all at once.
it's like my finishing move, you know. I just gotta,
When you use it, you do like the anime spree, but it's because of the agony, not because of the fight.
Like my hero, just like Satan, Cincinnati kidney stone.
exactly. This thing could go. It literally could destroy. It is a high velocity.
Can I charge my attacks then?
Absolutely.
Using the power of constant.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful about that. It could backfire.
Right.
Yeah.
Rupture.
See, very good.
Okay. So what are we super fighting this out, or?
Yeah, let's meet at dawn in the big mountain valley with no one around.
I feel like I obviously want to just say like, oh, I shit all over you, but I'm not sure who comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean the snack talk's good too. You showed up to me, I'm gonna piss on your grave.
I'm gonna eat some spicy food and give you the acid attack.
Acid attack.
I ate a lot of asparagus last night.
Oh no! Oh no! That always gets me.
Wait, you could end
Every
this
time
episode
I
like
eat
that.
asparagus.
We're
every
ending
time I
it
eat
now.
asparagus. What?
I have come to a decision.
Who wins? Wait. How does Mark's ejaculate work in this scenario? It's not part of the same bodily system, but it's
While you
attached
contemplate
to the
that-
same. What?
I'm going to read the points and I will tell you who the winner is and why.
Okay.
Mark, you have several hundred points plus 5, plus some points minus at least 100, plus 1 escape vehicle, plus 1 taxidermy significant other, plus that bad laugh you have. Bob, you have minus 12 or something, plus something more, plus some points, I don't know, plus 1 doghouse, plus 1 wall, plus new spouse smell, plus quick fire Steve. For what it's worth, Mark, you have more letters in the things you have than Bob does.
What is
Fire
that word?
Steve has got to be worth a lot.
Yeah, what is that?
None of what I just read matters at all. Mark, you're number 1. Bob, you're number 2 because Mark, you picked number 1, and Bob, you picked number 2 as your superpowers.
Ah!
Yeah.
You guys chose the winner and loser for me. There's nothing I can do.
But two is traditionally considered the winner to the person with the highest score.
Are you arguing that first is the winner and second is the best?
And third is the one with all the hair on his head. Wait, and that makes you third, I guess, huh?
Ooh, you know, I do like that. But this is out of my hands. Unfortunately, based on the Free Societal record, Dylan is number one. Now, your pick today.
I thought didn't bother to argue with.
I'll take it!
Oh, yeah.
I like the argument. I would love to be the one with the hair on my head, but the facts are, I just don't have it.
Alright.
There's Bob.
Someone's bald, aren't they?
I sure am, and I just have to live with that.
Try to keep the hair back.
Yeah, it's too late for me, and it's too late for this episode. It happened. I'm so sorry, everyone who listened. I hope you learned something, or at least got a nice laugh. And if you didn't, then well, that time that you had is gone. So hopefully you killed some time, and now you're in a happier spot. You're welcome. Bob, I'm going to allow you to go first with the loser speech.
I feel like we all know who would have won the fight in the valley that Mark and I were setting up, but yeah, that's fine. Maybe violence doesn't solve everything, even if it would have been hilarious and disgusting. I feel good about Quickfire Steve. I'm gonna take solace in that. But only for a second.
Well, and Mark's hosting next week, so Mark can decide that you guys can still have your backstory house after you guys want.
Okay, we will get the next edition.
Mark, when is she?
That was
Great. That's what we've done. Thank you guys for participating. Congrats on our winner. Thank you everyone who listened. If you haven't already, we have merch. Go to store.distractablepodcast.com. Hope I said that correctly. You can get shirts and stuff. I don't know. We also have our own individual channels where we post stuff. You can find Bob at MySkirm, Mark at Markiplier. I'm Wade, Minion777 or Lord Minion777. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time for whatever Mark decides to do. And until then, podcast out.
The X-Mansion was never the same since Cyclops was dug the later Eyeball Guy. His authority eroded. He neglected the new recruitment roster. So when the explosive Hooper and Sonic Erection Boy took to the field against Magneto, he knew they would never adhere to the comics code again. Until next week on Distractable.
Hey, Distractable listeners, it's Bryce, Michael, and Riley from Bigfoot Collectors Club Podcast, and we're distracting you from this episode to talk about what distracts us.
Sasquatch.
Absolutely.
UFOs.
Yep.
Sasquatch in a UFO.
Mothman.
Bat Squatch.
Okay, Michael, I feel like you're just trying to find ways to say Sasquatch.
Ghosts.
Great.
Of Sasquatch.
Come on, man. Moving on. Each week on Bigfoot Collectors Club, we talk to amazing guests about their personal paranormal history and share stories of high strangeness. Past guests include Markiplier.
As soon as I looked up from that drawing, the shadowy figure was in the archway.
No! Oh my god.
Wade Barnes.
This is within 48 hours of me witnessing the only miracle of my life.
And many, many more. Our conversations are always unpredictable and sometimes even mind-bending.
So if you want to hear far-out thoughts on weird stuff,
Or funny takes on Roswell, the Loch Ness Monster, or the Bermuda Triangle.
Then check out Bigfoot Collectors Club every Wednesday on your favorite podcast app.
telepathic Sasquatch.
Okay, we're done here.
Purchase a new Volvo XC60 before 30th of March and receive complimentary scheduled servicing for 5 years or 75,000 kilometers, whichever occurs first. Exclude XC60 recharge. Visit your local Volvo retailer today. T's and C's and exclusions at volvocars.com.au. Volvo.
I think a pipe has burst!
Oh, give me a chewing gum.
Piece of cake. If only dealing with a burst pipe was as easy as QBE Home Insurance. Easy to understand before you buy and easy to manage after.
Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Distractable, a Woodhouse production. This week, Virgin engineer Mark throws down the gauntlet and asks his peers, how much do you love me? Bob that questions him can't name his BFF's favorite tipple, but thinks he is a cancer. And Wade admits to being a shit friend, and didn't even know which of his buddy's organs was missing. Yes, it's time for Friendship Test, Mark Edition. Now sit back and prepare to be distracted and enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Distractable, the podcast where I am the host and judge and arbitrator of the quality content that is about to enter your ears. Welcome, everyone, one and all. In this podcast, we discuss whatever the hell we want to discuss, and I will be the arbitrator of what we discuss. But to discuss this, I am joined by my good friends Bob and Wade.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Still Wade.
Hi, Wade.
Even though Bob and I sound like the same person, we're two different people, I promise.
Indistinguishable.
Which one of us is this? Couldn't tell you.
Oh, am I Wade? Am I Bob? I don't know.
Yeah, enter on the subreddit if you think you know. You'll get points if you get it right.
Vote A for me. Vote
I'll
B
see
for
you
me.
soon.
Innocence. How are you guys?
All right. Not bad.
Pretty good, I guess.
Man, this is this is thrilling.
Well, I'm trying to say,
Small
What do you want from me?
spoiler alert, this is being recorded before it comes out, and I'll probably be post-surgery when this comes out, so I'm wondering how I will be post-surgery. Probably fine.
Well, you don't need to wonder how you are in the future. You just need to tell me how you are right now. Has anything happened?
Surgery is coming.
You're really worried about the surgery.
Oh, but in the past? What did happen? Happy New Year! Did you ever say that? Probably said that.
I've got something, Mark.
Okay, please save it.
It's not about me, but it's about a thing I enjoy. I found a new genre of TikTok where a person gets an AI, such as ChatGPT, probably it was ChatGPT, to make a crochet pattern for them to make. This person asked an AI to make a crochet pattern of a narwhal, and it's a little cursed. Gotta be honest, it's a little cursed. But it's very funny because the AI is all, make an eyeball and put it on the thing. And with one fin. Narwhals have one fin, put one fin on. Stuff like that.
Interesting.
You know, as ever, good talk, good content.
I saw a TikTok finally. A dog or something with a really long nose trying to get a Pringle, and they say, "Let me do it for you," and at the end you hear.
Man, that is not what they say, but I appreciate the effort.
No, that is what it says.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Do it for you.
Yeah.
Kirby.
Is that what's sung though? Is it "Let me do it for you"?
Yeah. That's the song. I saw that that's actually what happened was someone apparently that's a song sung by a popular artist of some sort. Someone sang it in the Miss Piggy voice. It's not like it officially sang by Miss Piggy, but they sang it in that voice, and then they finished it by they say Kirby and flying. But that was apparently a voice memo that got sent to someone and became a meme sound, and then it got tied to the long Snoop Dogg. The Pringles and the whole thing.
Is it the voice memo that someone said?
Yeah, someone literally sent that as a voice memo in like iMessage to a friend, and the person who got sent, who received it in iMessage was like, "Holy fuck, that's awesome," and like made it a sound on TikTok.
Wow, that's crazy.
Classic meme status.
I didn't understand what I was watching other than it was funny because the Pringles cans are long and hard to get to the bottom. I related to that part. So there you go, breaking TikTok news for both of us.
All right, that's been the thrilling TikTok update that we all wait and everyone is just hoping for. So apparently everything's been very boring in our lives and we have nothing new to talk about, which means that
You
we
guys
all...
know I have a baby now?
What?
You hear about that? Literally, that's all that happens. Babies are hard, and I don't sleep very much. And that's it. So.
Yeah, well, it brings me to today's subject because we all know so much about each other. We're getting older, guys.
Whoa.
Go on.
We're getting older. And as we get older, we start to forget things. And I'm here wondering today if you guys have forgotten anything about my life.
Uh-oh.
Welcome to How Well Do You Know Mark?
Crap.
We'll put in some game show music.
I forgot your name was Mark. Hold on, that sounds bad. But I forgot an update about your name.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Was there an update about my name?
Did you know there's a goat named after you?
Like Mark or Markiplier?
A Markiplier goat.
I did not know that. You know, I didn't.
There's a YouTube channel, the Urban Rescue Ranch, where a guy has like a thing doing that kind of animal, and he named a goat after you. There's a Markiplier goat, but I don't think he knows how to pronounce your name, but he tried.
Interesting. This is my goat, Markiplier.
Well, he's got more of a Texan accent, but yeah.
Yes, this is a Texan accent. Mark is live there.
Well, you didn't specify. How
How would I know that he was Texan?
You know,
What are you looking at me like I'm dumb? Who else owns goats?
everywhere around the world, in all kinds of places, there's goats.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, literally, probably there's goats within like 5 miles of your house right now, I would bet.
This is unlikely.
Don't, me. I think it's way more likely than you think.
I think, therefore, you're probably right.
Interesting. All right, well, today's topic of discussion, you guys do know a lot of things about me. So I've created a list of questions that are pretty much ranging from things that you should know because they're very simple to things that are extremely specific, but things that I have talked about, either on this podcast or in conversations that we've had. All of these things you guys probably had an equal opportunity to know about me or my life.
I'm a little unsure, I gotta be honest, but going up against Wade, confidence goes up pretty steep.
Yeah, I want to register a small protest before we begin. You guys lived together for a while, so I feel like I'm
We
already
lived
behind
together
the
from August 2007 until, what, May of 2008.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
That doesn't really count.
Wow, so 4 years in between where he did nothing, and then he made some videos. But his life was before that.
we grew up in the same city. I mean, there's got to be some equality to the advantage here.
Nah, that's not true.
Well,
You
we're
guys
gonna
went
find
to
out.
school together and stuff, right?
You two grew up in the same state,
Yeah.
which I was also in.
Fucking useless.
Enough about me. Let's talk about you, I
I guess you could throw in the towel already, Wade, but I'd like to think that you have a good chance of this.
How many points do I get for throwing in the towel?
None.
I'll keep going.
I'll let it ride. All right. So we're gonna start.
What the fuck are you doing? Go this way!
We're gonna go round
You
robin.
fucking
Let's
read.
do a question, and then if you don't get it right, it will get a chance for the other person to steal, and then it will alternate to the other person throwing the question and go back and forth. Right? Okay. So we don't have any way to buzz in that would be actually sensitive. We've tried that before.
You're fucking retarded, you stupid whore.
Oh, wow.
Dumb fucking horse.
Maybe if we run out of time, we'll do a lightning round. But for now,
Where's my day?
I'll give it to
Well,
Wade if he wants.
I
I'll
killed
defer.
a three-headed
I'll
beast,
take it.
got yelled at by Hades, and now I'm on my way to meet the ferryman of the underworld. How was yours?
All you, buddy.
all right, Wade.
It's been alright.
What is my favorite?
Fuck you. Fucking my attack's not hitting. That's bullshit.
Mark's favorite color is, forest green.
Yes, the exact shade. The
Did
exact. Yes.
Oh my god, I was
this is
sort of
some
pulling that out of my
bullshit. Did
ass.
you Google this?
Did you guess?
No, I thought about all the clothes I've seen you wear, and especially the hat, because you usually focus on getting the hat that you really like. And I was like, he has a lot of earthy tones. He has a lot of.
I'm gonna leave this episode here. Subscribe for more. Bye bye.